Hey guys, Dart Frog Ninja here for another weekly Biopod Aqua update. Um, there's been a lot of growth lately. Um, the back wall, the vines are taking off, as you can see, and I've also pinned them in different various directions to try and maximize the growth to cover the entire back wall. It is growing in really nicely. Again, I have some different little sprouts popping up. That guy right there. You can see right there. And then the sphagnum moss on the back wall is actually starting to grow, and I'm starting to get some green little shoots. I don't know if you can see that. It's not very prominent, but like right in here. This little green, yeah, right there, where my fingernails are, if you can see that, some green. So the sphagnum moss is actually starting to grow, which is pretty cool. I didn't expect that, so that's a neat little bonus. There is also some green coming down here. This bottom moss started as green, and it browned up, but now it is actually starting to turn back to green. I'm getting green here. So that's, again, neat. The bromeliad's doing well. The color has gotten a whole lot better. As you can see, the center of it, last week I showed you it was really pale red. Now it's starting to get that darker maroon kind of color. So the striping is coming back. It's doing well so far, so that's good. I'm glad I took it out. There's been no moss growth on the cocoa hut. Maybe I'm not keeping it wet enough. And there's been no moss growth as well on this on the log. But speaking of moss, the pillow moss right here and the sheet moss, it's all doing quite well. It's still alive. It's still green. It is actually shooting up the little spores. This guy right here. A little spore, and then these guys here, again, spores. So that's pretty neat. The monkey pod seems to be doing well. It's adjusted. Any kind of like initial mold growth that was on it is now gone. So it's adapted to the humid climate. The resurrection stick or log from BioDude is doing really cool. It's doing really well. A lot of the different moss growth on it, as you can see, and the resurrection ferns are popping up like crazy all over this thing. So it's pretty neat. And then there's some lichen as well up top and throughout the stick, which is neat. I do have this little guy growing. He's actually growing on the log right here. So it's pretty cool. I don't know what that's going to be, but it'll be interesting to see. And then one final look that is inside of the log. So my frogs, when they get in here, they actually will have the ability to go inside and actually hide inside the log if they choose to, which is pretty neat. The Korean rock fern's doing well. It's gotten more shoots. It's starting to kind of take over this entire corner, which is pretty awesome. It is getting a little big, so maybe you'll have to trim it back in the future. I'm not sure. And then the Japanese crested bird's nest fern is doing pretty well too. The microfauna is doing well in here. I've given them a little bit of Rapashi bug burger to try to help. There it is right there. Try to help feed them a little bit more and get them established faster. So that way I have a bigger population when my frogs move in. But so far it's doing really well. I really like the Biopod. It's working out awesome. One thing I haven't really talked about was during setup. This is my base layer. This is a false bottom. You don't have to do this. Biopod says you can just put the regular pebbles as your drainage layer because there is kind of a platform. But I chose to go old school and I did a dart frog setup. So I've got my drainage material right here. This is from Biopod. I got a substrate barrier right here that I got from Josh's Frogs, ABG mix, then some sphagnum, and then of course the moss and the leaf litter. But there you go. So far, that's it. The update for this week. Like I said, a lot of plant growth, a lot of growth in the moss. It's looking good. I'm really happy with it. And I can't wait to get my frogs in there. There's one there. They probably want to be fed. So there's that. I won't open the door because I don't want them to jump out. But yeah, there's this one of my females. She's waiting, probably looking for food. But there you go. That's it for this week. Hopefully next week I'll be back with some more updates and see some more growth. And if I change anything else in here, I'll definitely document that as well. Alright guys, Dart Frog Ninja saying goodbye and frog on.